First of all, I would like to congratulate this brilliant team of engineers who thought of this innovative idea of starting MBM Stories. My name is Kamala Nath Sharma. I graduated in 1967 in Civil Engineering branch. I then went to EITS Pilani for doing my Master of Engineering in Hydraulic Structures. While we were still in the final year, there was an advertisement for permanent commission in Army. We applied for that. There were about 400 candidates in that particular batch, and I was the only lucky person to have been finally selected. But in the meantime, in August 1969, I was also selected for a teaching assignment at Jaipur. Now, Jaipur was my hometown, and after 7 years of homesickness, finally I had got a job in Jaipur. So it was a kind of dilemma for me whether to join army or to continue with teaching. I don't know what it was, maybe it was destiny that I continued with teaching. While teaching, I also got an opportunity to write a book. On water power engineering with my professor and head of the department, Professor Dandekar. Then I got selected for a very prestigious fellowship, Ford Foundation Fellowship in Water Management, which was at the University of California at Davis campus. This was a 1.5 year project, and I was there for doing a little bit of research. But then I also visited several US government departments like USDA, EPA, HEC, Soil Conservation Service, etc. And also visit universities and meet senior professors there. I did meet Professor Vente Chow and professors of that caliber. When I returned, I did some consultancy work also, and I was associated with some World Bank supported projects in Madhya Pradesh and also in J&K. Then I thought of putting my knowledge to some practical use, so I applied for a field position in NHPC, National Hydroelectric Power Corporation. A new project was to be started. It was Chamera Hydroelectric Project. So I wanted a position there. So I was being interviewed, and suddenly the chairman of the corporation dropped in, and then when he came to know that I was also educated in hydrology, he was very happy, and then he threw a challenge whether I could set up a new department of hydrology and water resources. Because before that, all the hydel projects, the civil engineering and the water resources assessment, etc., was being done by the Central Water Commission of the Government of India. So I accepted that challenge, and it was really a good challenge, because then later I found that with each project there was a new kind of challenge, new dimensions project, new problems, etc., and it was quite interesting to be associated with them. Then in 1989 I applied for an international position, and I got selected for the International Commission on Irrigation and Drainage, ICID, at New Delhi. So this was the only international organization which was having headquarters in Delhi. So this also provided me with a different kind of opportunity. Now we had our annual meetings and various conferences, etc., in different countries each year. So our annual meetings would be conducted in each country, and there were about 115 countries which were members of this organization, and we had association with the World Bank, with the FAO and other UN organizations also. So that gave me a very good opportunity to be associated with the top field engineers, the top professors, with various heads of the governments, with the planners, the decision makers, etc. And that was a long stint of almost 21 years that I stayed with ICID. Then I found that there were challenges in each sector. In teaching, I thought there was still a requirement for looking into the curriculum, because the present curricula were not in line with what was really required by the field, by the factories, by various engineering groups. So the employability of the candidates, of the students coming directly from the engineering colleges was not very high. So we need to mold our curriculum in such a way that they fit in for the field requirements. Then in the energy sector also there are challenges, as you know. Big hydro stations, there are no sites left. Even small hydro, etc., they have some environmental issues associated with them. So now the non-conventional sources of energy is the future. We have to look towards solar power, wind power, then geothermal, then tidal power, then wave power, etc., nuclear power. These will be the future in the energy sector, because the environmental, the carbon footprint that we leave behind is enormous, and that's not good at all for global warming. Then also in the international arena, in irrigation sector, we know there are lots of problems. The land resources are shrinking because of urbanization. Then water resources are shrinking, less and less water, less and less land, but the population is increasing. So we have to provide food for this increasing population. So with less water, with less land, more population, we need more food. So that's a challenge. So now we have to have the very innovative ideas in water management, how to see crop per drop will be the mantra that we have to remember and grow our crops in such a way. And a lot of engineering in crop development will also be required. Our engineers, the young engineers that come out of the college, they should be proud of MBM, but at the same time, they should not be those who also ran, but they should leave their impression in any field they go to and then put in their best. In Gita, it is said, Yoga Karma Sukhaushala. So whatever proficiency you have developed, you should put in your work, and you should always be proud at the end that yes, this was the product that I brought out. So all the best, and all the best for all of us, and let's be happy and peaceful, lead a peaceful life.